The beliefs that you hold are so deeply ingrained that you never question them. May 22, 2013. The ongoing awakening process that humanity is undergoing is progressing very nicely indeed. Look for signs of it on the alternate news sites which are making a point of focusing on the good news around the world. There is an enormous amount of it, and do not be disheartened by the bad news reported in the mainstream media. When you pray or meditate, just hold the intent to send love, compassion, healing, and forgiveness to those situations of which you are aware where people or the planet are in distress, because it is very effective. And, of course, as more and more people become aware of the power of their loving intentions and make it one of their daily tasks to open to, interact with, and share the wonderful benefits of their connection to the divine field of love, then the awakening process accelerates. Never think that your loving intentions, from which you mostly receive very little feedback, are of little use, meaningless, or inadequate, because I can assure you that they are always extremely powerful and effective. They are changing the world. Many are looking for and hoping for astounding changes in the world which they perceive, and are experiencing disappointment. This is because they have not changed their perceptions. Within the illusion, you are born into and then normally grow up in a cultural environment to which you become accustomed, and your acceptance of its rightness, its reasonableness is constantly affirmed and strengthened by the very fact of your being immersed in it. The beliefs that you hold, what guides your assessment of what is right or wrong, acceptable, tolerable, or unacceptable, are so deeply ingrained within you that you never question them because you are unaware of them. When you interact with people from different cultural backgrounds, however, you become quickly and vividly aware of the strange concepts that they believe are normal. Basically, for eons, most humans grew up with an unquestioned attitude that my culture is normal, whereas the cultures that are different from mine are strange, lacking in core values, or even threatening, and are unaware that it is only a belief that they can change should they choose to do so. It is so deeply ingrained that the idea that they could question it has rarely arisen, until now. What is happening now is that more and more people across the world are experiencing cultures other than their own, and instead of making instant judgments about them are engaging with them, learning about them, and discovering that while these lifestyles may be very different from their own, their basic needs and desires are very similar. Humanity's basic needs, not necessarily in order of importance because these needs are all interdependent, are to be fed, clothed, safely sheltered, and loved. Without an adequate and satisfactory provision of these basics, survival is problematic, and the opportunity to thrive and develop the fullness of the human potential is severely restricted. This new, ongoing interaction between, and acceptance of, other cultures is leading to huge changes in perception. Across the world, organizations have sprung up at the grassroots level which intend to bring to the collective an awareness of humanity's interdependence. An awareness of the need for loving cooperation to address and resolve the issues which continue to divide you and encourage conflict. And an awareness that unless harmonious cooperation can be achieved that will bring violent conflict to a halt, humanity may well destroy itself, or rather, the insane choices and decisions made by various inflexible, arrogant, and self-serving elitist groups may do so. The mainstream news media appears to be unaware of, and uninterested in these grassroots movements, possibly because their paymasters have made that choice for them. And so looking there for the changes you want to see occurring will not be fruitful. However, if you search for the subject spiritual evolution and other similarly inspirational subjects on the World Wide Web, you will find an enormous number of offerings, attesting to the proliferation of these people-oriented organizations and clearly demonstrating that profound changes in perception are occurring on a massive scale. It is these changes that you need to become aware of and share with friends and family. Your views, of the world, of people, of issues, of religious or political beliefs, are choices that you have made and that you can change. Mostly they are judgments. When you realize that you have made a judgment, stand back from it. Reassess it. Is it prejudice? Habit? Animosity? Discomfort? For whatever it may be, It sets you up for conflict, and expecting conflict tends to attract conflict. Instead of perceiving situations or events as calls to judgment, make the decision to perceive them as calls for love. When you do that, you can let go of the involuntary stress or tension that results as soon as you became aware of the situation or event, and you can center yourself, observe what is happening, and make a loving decision, a loving choice about how to respond. Seeing a call for love instead of a call to judgment is the basic change in perception that is necessary, that is essential, and that is now leading you collectively towards your awakening. And because so many light bearers and way showers have made this change in perception, the energy of it, the energy of positive, loving change is growing and spreading like the incoming tide, washing over all in its path. Add your intent to be loving in every situation in which you find yourself to the collective intent to do so, and watch as miracles occur. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com